almost ready to go. Almost. What the hell's going on there?
Not even gravity can pull you down. You're the wild
Harp Official, how you doing? Okay, I think we're... What? Why ended? Why? All right, live, and live. Okay, and here we go. Got my tea, ready to roll. Let's go back. Let's pause that. Let's get out of that. Let's hold that for later. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Almost ready. All right. Who do we have in the house tonight? Gail's here. Harpole office official. I have no idea what that means. All right. We are almost ready to roll. So who's in the house tonight? Who do we have? All right, 6, 8, 9 cameras. And okay, so that right there. And let's do this. Hold on one second. Get my tea. See how my tea tastes tonight. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. I'm just lurking. Hey, Pickled Peanuts, back again. You were here before. I saw that. Nice to see you. Welcome back. So, I'm here looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Yes, I know that's over 50% by the end of the year. I'm okay with 50% by the end of the year. 5-10 minutes a day, I'm okay with that. Just a name. Okay, not a problem. Edgar, how you doing, Edgar? Nice to see you. Okay, that being said, let's see who we have in the house tonight. We have Mark, Fresh, Sherry. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Tasha, James, 451, Lefty, Student Alpha, Steve, Smokey, H. Black Sheep, Birth, Simon, Chris, Abel, Mama Wolf, Juby the Goat, ABC, Alan, Serbian, okay, Tumani, good evening, Paula, Big Back Behavior, okay, whatever, Kenny, Asarian, Buttface, okay, Brian, Green, Noah, Birth, I'm here, okay. Thank you for that. Randy, how you doing? Beverly, Vita, And Leo Sticky Rice. Okay. Shane, DH, what's going on? What do we have over here? Who do we have? Pug in the swing. Where are you putting your money? USA stock, gold, or cash? USA stocks. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of people get a little bit nervous about the U.S. stock market. Well, here's the thing. It's been in business for over 400 years. Introduced in the United States for over 200 years. Okay, fine. So what is the American economy made of? Made of brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, the guys on the street, the lady around the corner, all going to work and all doing something. Punching a time clock just to get in, do some work, get some money, and live a nice, comfortable life. That's what I'm investing in. Companies that have been around for over 50 to 100 years. Because they're probably going to be around long after I'm gone. So I don't see there being issue there. See, I seriously think Coca-Cola is going to be making Coca-Cola long after I'm done and gone. Pepsi's going to be chasing their tail. Johnson & Johnson, they've been in business over 140 years. I don't see them going out of business. I don't. I'm looking for good, quality, safe companies. That's where I'm putting my money. They've seen a lot of crap in the last 100 years. They've seen World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, the Desert Storm, the Afghanistan crap, everything happening over there. What else have they seen? They saw the stock market crash at 29, 87, 2000, 2001, 2021, 2008, 2025, and they're going to see the next market crash. It happens. Comes and goes, it comes and goes. But the companies that I like consistently increase their profits year after year after year. Those are the companies that I'm putting my money into because I think they're going to be here long after old Trumpy boy's done and gone. Long after the Biden administration crap has been cleaned up. Long after all the crap you see happening in the world, they're still going to be making Coca-Cola. They're still going to be making Ford cars. Who knows? The next Ford Mustang may have wings and fly. Who knows? The future is coming and it's uncertain. So, why not? Okay, so Miss Crystal Ball says she can't find the stocks that I'm doing. Okay, what about Abbott Labs, ABT? What about Home Depot, HD? What about Harley Davidson, HOG? What about General Motors, GM? What about Ford, F? What about AT&T, T? What about, give me another good one. Lowe's, LOW. What about, Wells Fargo, WSF? What about Capital One Finance, COF? What about ConocoPhillips, COP? What about Walmart, WMT? What about Microsoft, WSFT? I can go on and on and on. There's over 350 of them. I don't know what it is you're looking at or why you're not finding them. It's very simple. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. That's about 350 different companies. They're all there. Easy to find. Who are we missing over here? Beverly, Vita, Shane, Fonzie, Tomek, Waterboy, Indeed, A Life Flores. Okay. Daniel, Jodell, Patty Cake, Baker's Man, Bake Me, Florida Girl. Wait a minute. Florida Girl, Florida Gal, there's two of them. Man. Anyway. Do you think that all the record highs with the working class feeling extremely pressure? The working class can only work so much, and with AI coming in, what should the average job look at doing for careers? Simple. Stop buying stupid shit. Don't buy stuff that they can attach and they can take away from you. Don't buy new cars. New cars, they can track you. And if they don't like what you're doing, they can turn it off remotely. Buy something old, from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, something that doesn't have an electronic device to trace you around. Stay away from certain things that the powers that be can attach. Drew Dank, what's happening, Drew? Have more people living in the same house. Family estates. Move back in with your parents. Get a bigger house. Have everybody living in the same room. There's a lot you can do. But the main one is stop buying stupid crap. That's the main one. Pineapples on pizza. Interesting question. DJ, Scott, Robert, Etienne. Okay, how you doing? Livigal. Pro Memorial. Chick. Okay. All right, so what else do we got? All right, Greg, Katomba. He does. Okay, Lars, CM. Okay, good evening, everyone. Now, I'm not finding any questions at all. KJ, what's happening? What's your thoughts on KMTS? Well, my honest opinion on KMTS, I never heard of them. Now, the question is, why haven't I heard of KMTS? That's why there's no stock options. No options. Why would I look at a company that won't allow me to trade on a weekly basis on something that trades weekly? Derek, how you doing? I see you there. Okay, just doesn't. KMT. Spice Boy, what is KMT? Another no. Okay, Spice Boy, I have very simple rules. And rule number 4 is weekly options only. KMT, June, July, September, October, January. No, no, and no. What's my thoughts on airline stocks? They go up and they go down. That's my thoughts. You got to give me one in particular. Kestrel Medical Technology. Spice Boy, I really don't care who it is. I really don't care what they do. Honestly, I don't really care. It's none of my concern. My concern is more specific. Are they profitable? Are they consistently profitable? If I put my money into this company, can I be reassured that they're going to do whatever they need to do to make more money this year than they did last year? At this moment, KMT is a monthly optionable stock. I don't do monthly options because they're not as profitable. Derek, come on. SKYW. SKYW. Sky West. Never heard of them, and it's going to be a no. Sorry, Derek, I don't do monthly optionable stocks. I'm looking for weekly cash flow. Now, a monthly optionable stock, such as June, July, October, January, means I can only trade it once a month. Once a month doesn't work for me. I want once a week. That's why I want rule number 4, weekly options only. Zach, really? QUCY? What the hell is that? QUCY. Quantum Cyber. Hell no. There's no way on God's green earth this thing has 20 years of consistent profits. It's below $1. How can you have 20 years of profits? Kroger. I like Kroger, Tyrant. KR, Kroger. There you go. Right there. First one on the list. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? What is the motion? Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's going up. Here's the top here. Here's the bottom. We're right there. Perfect spot, right? Currently at 68.32. The 68s are going for 77, but I'm losing 85 cents right off the top. So I might as well go with the 69s. They're paying 48 cents. This is the part where we say, no, thank you. The only reason I'm saying no thank you to Kroger is if I buy it today or tomorrow morning, 68.32, the closest strike price is going to be the 69, and it's paying 48 cents, which is less than 1%. That's a no right off the top. Said no. Brissa Moreras, how are you today? Hanan Hemsey, hey, how are you doing? Cool beans. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, Derek. Thank you. Always learning something new. That's a good thing. Too much estrogen around here, I'm out. Well, alrighty then. You have fun with that. Too much estrogen? Okay. Kissable, thank you. Cast Blast, too much estrogen around here. All right, whatever. Marty McFly, weren't you on MASH? No, I was not on MASH, but thank you for that. Kimberly, what about Train, cooling and future expansion? What's the ticker symbol there, Kimberly, if you don't mind? Memory. Share the live. Thank you. All right. Michael Pablino. How are you? Orlando. Business in Nabi. Okay. Thank you. TT. Kimberly. TT. Really? Let's find that one out. Train Technologies. Sorry, Kimberly. I don't do monthlies. June, July, August, September, December, January. The difference between a weekly option and a monthly option is pretty plain, pretty simple, and it's right in the title. Monthly means they have one option once a month. Weekly options means they have an option once a week. No, you were right. TT is Train Technologies, but it's going to be a no because I don't do monthly options. The numbers just don't work in my favor. So, no. Thank you for your input, though. Mike Sweeney, how you doing? Sandra, I see you. Which weekly do you do? Okay, memory, I told you before, we're looking for consistently increasing profitable companies. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Okay, that's over 350 different companies. It's not that difficult. User, Wheel Strategy, no. What about SoFi? I don't really like SoFi. Just came in. That's okay. Now, the reason I don't like SoFi is they don't have any dividends, which means they don't share their profits. So, no. But I'll take a look at it for you. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. Let me go over this side so you can see it better. The low of the year is right around 12, and the high of the year is around 32. So it jumps up almost 200%, drops back down. Here's the retracement. Now we're back here again, 1571. Okay. BYDDY. Mr. Falcon, what is BYDDY? I'm totally clueless. But before we go on any further with SoFi, let's go over to Yahoo Finance. Now, if you're going to be investing at all, you really need access to a financial website, one place to get your financial information from. Okay, well, here's SoFi right here. What am I looking for in particular? Well, on the website here, Yahoo Finance, the financial website, what I'm looking for is pretty specific. Let's go over this way. Historical data, statistics, and summary. That's basically what I'm looking for. But let's cut through all that crap and go straight to the historical data. Because numbers don't lie. We could take a look at the numbers and see how consistently profitable a company is just by looking at their dividends. How often have they increased the dividends? Well, apparently, SoFi doesn't have any dividends. There are no dividends in the selected time period, which means they're not sharing their profits. So why do I want to put my money into a company that's not sharing their profits? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, no, I don't do SoFi. You may like it. Hey, good for you. I hope you like it. No, it's not the wheel strategy. It's half of the wheel strategy. Okay, the wheel strategy is basically you sell a cash secured put, then you turn around and you sell a covered call, get it from one end and from the other end, but you have to hold on to it twice as long. And a cash secured put's almost the same as a covered call. You got to take a certain chunk of money, put it aside. Oh, we got two good ones, CTAS and RCL. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to take a look at those. But if the company has no profits to share, why would I want it? I'm 62, so I'm relying on cash flow. Now, I'm 62, and I filed for Social Security back in January. And we're in the middle of May, and I got 0 checks so far. I'm supposed to be on check number 5, but no, I've got absolutely nothing. So the money that I've accumulated outside the federal government, I have to invest myself. So you got 2 choices. Only 2 choices. It's like I remember back in the 60s, we had 2 choices, chocolate or vanilla. I remember when they came out with strawberry. We were so excited. And then there was butter pecan. And then there was chocolate chip. And then they just went crazy. But originally it was 2 flavors, chocolate or vanilla. That was it. So you have 2 choices when it comes to investing. Number 1, do it yourself. Learn how to do it. It's not difficult. Number 2 is give your money to someone else. Let them do it for you. That's it. 2 choices. Do it yourself. Give it to someone else. That's it. Ain't that easy. I mean, it's not that difficult. All right, hold up. We're going to hold the questions there for a second. So I don't do SoFi for the specific reason they do not share their profits. Now, the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Dividends. So why are we looking at a stock that has no dividends? That's number 1. Okay. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling, I don't know. Because I was happier, I was sad, a little upset, a little excited, a little bit of everything, for the most part. All right. Optimistic. How's that one? I'm optimistic. Let's keep on moving forward. Which weeklies do I do? I already said that. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats. Sorry, just came in. Okay, cool. BYDDY. Mr. Falcon, can you explain to me what the hell BYDDY is? BYDDY. Put it into Yahoo Finance. Let's see what kind of dividends they have. There it is right there. BYD Company Incorporated. And they only have 5 years of dividends. Is that right? 5 years? No. 2009. No, they don't. Check it out. 2010, nothing for 11, 12, or 13. 2014, nothing for 2015. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say hell no. Sorry. No. Look at it. 1 cent, 2 100ths, 1.8 cent, 8 100ths, 7 100ths, 9 100ths, 2 100. Yeah, hell no. Dude, Mr. Falcon. Why? I'm looking at the numbers. Why are you putting your money into that? I'm just kind of curious. Now, Mr. Green, I do like CTAS. Let's take a look at CTAS. CTAS. Here we go. Let's take a quick look at all the numbers. Are you ready? The high of the year, 230. The bottom of the year, 160. Where was it a year ago? 225. Where is it now? 174. Look at the motion. Sideways, down, up, down, up. Okay. She's moving up from the bottom. The bottom was just a couple of days ago. Damn it, I hate when that happens. Now, I'm not 100% sure what you guys are looking for, but what I'm looking for, 30-day high, profit taking, 30-day bottom, bouncing up. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days up. Now, normally I do 2 days up and jump in on the 3rd day, which I should have jumped into this today, but I've already have all my money allocated elsewhere. So I missed this one, but take a look. 174.50, the 175s are going for 185, which is over 1%. So let's this be number 1 for today. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, covered call. There it is. The 175s, there it is. 1 contract. There that is. And here is what the numbers look like. Lucky, what's going on? Here is what it should sound like and what it should look like. By 1 covered call, CTAS, C-T-A-S, 22 May 26. That means the option is going to expire this coming Friday. So I'll buy the stock at the current price. I'll sell it at a predetermined price by a predetermined date, 22nd of May, which is this coming Friday. Pick up $266. It's going to cost me Cost of trade plus commissions and fees, $17,000. So it doesn't really mean anything until we know exactly what those numbers look like. For that, we're going to need the calculator. 266 is the profit. The investment, we've already said right there, cost of the trade, $17,000. So we divide it by the 17,243. We come to a grand total of 1.5%. Now, think of it this way. If I'm looking for 1% every week, yeah, that comes to over 50% by the end of the year. But what happens when it's over 1% on a weekly basis? Now, Mr. Falcon, I did not tell you that I don't like it for a certain reason so that you wouldn't buy it. I'm just saying I don't like it because it doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. If it fits for what you're trying to do, then you buy it. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me, but, hey, you may like it. I don't. The numbers just don't look right. And for me, at my age, I have to make sure I invest a little bit differently than you guys do because I don't have the luxury nor the desire to go back to work. My first job was in 1974. Some of you weren't even born then. But 1974, my very first job, yeah, I've been working for 5 decades. So I'm done with this working crap. I've done enough. I prefer to just sit back and make my money work for me. Well, 1% a week is all I'm asking of it. I'm not asking to put in any overtime. I'm not asking for it to work without compensation. I'm not asking my money to do anything other than what I did. I went to work 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. Friday afternoon, I was done working. Same thing I want my money to do. I want my money to go to work 9:30 a.m. on Monday and be done and over with by 4 p.m. on Friday. That's all I want. I'm not asking for anything special. All right. Hold on. This is kind of fun. Thank you, Kimberly. Sit tight for a second. We're just getting started. Now, Kimberly, you want to take a look at BYD. Hold on. We're going to save this one first. I'm going to come to that one. We're going to save this one because this is 1.5%. I'm only looking for 1%, but 1.5 is even better. Because think of it. 1% every week is 50% or more by the end of the year. Well, 1.5% is going to be a hell of a lot more than that. And there it is right there. Oh, before we get started, let's do this. Change the color and put it right there. Tuesday afternoon. I'm just beginning to save. Got to find out why. Oh my God, I can't sing for beans. Yet you guys want to hear this? One covered call. CTAS. C-T-A-S. 22 May 26th. That means this option is going to expire this coming Friday, and the 175 call option. Well, it's 266 for the profit. 17,000 is the investment, and it's 1.5% for 4 days. Well, that works for me. Let's just save this. 1.5. 1.5. Yay! Okay, next. Let's go to the next one. Next! Come on down. What do we have next? Yes, Kimberly, Johnson & Johnson does have weeklies. Hold on. I think. Sandra, Joey, and Maury, what's going on? Aaron, why? Why do people buy things without looking? Now, the reason I'm saying you're buying the Qs without looking is because if you actually really looked at them, you probably wouldn't. So let's do it. Q. Here we go. Now, hold on. Aaron, are you ready? What we're going to look at now is the profitability of the Qs. 20 years, how consistently profitable are they? all the way back to 2006. Okay, so 2006. Are you ready? 2006. Here we go. Very first dividend payment. March 17th, 2006. Sit tight. Haven't finished this yet. Okay? Sit tight. Okay, so, Aaron, you ready for this? Check it out. 2006. There it is right there, March 17th. 2.9. 2.6. Why did it go down? Now, when I say consistently profitable, that means I want to make more money this year than I did last year. I want to make more money last year than I did the year before. More money the year before than the year before. Consistently increasing your profits higher and higher and higher. The Qs are not consistently profitable. Let's take a look. You ready? 2.9. 2.6. That's down. 2.3. That's down. 5.4. That's up. 2.7. That's down. 3.7. That's up. 2.6. That's down. 5.3. That's up. 3.3. That's down. 3.4. That's up. 2.8. That's down. This thing's go up, down, up, down. No consistency whatsoever. So why are you putting your money into something that's not consistently profitable? Let's do this for the fun of it. You ready? 2.9. Ready? Lower, higher. Wait. Lower, lower. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower. What? It goes down more than it goes up. Hold on. It gets worse. Let's count it out though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, let's do this over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that says 09. So let's go July 09 right there. Okay. Lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 higher. Ooh, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're up to 2012. Hold on. Just curious. Lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now 20 times this thing has gone down. Wait a minute. We're not done. It actually gets worse. Sit tight. That's 2016. 2017. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add 7 more to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not looking very good. Hold on. That says 2021. All right. Higher, higher, lower. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. And we're not even done yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. That says 2025. Okay. Lower, lower, higher, higher, lower. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So over the last 20 years, this thing has gone down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36 times. There's a difference between consistency of profitability. Let me show you one that's consistently profitable. You're going to like this. All right. Let's get rid of this 26. Okay. Now, when I say consistency of profitability, QQQ ain't it. Terribly sorry. Who came up with that one? Aaron, QQQ is not consistently profitable. Check this out. You ready? Let's go back to 2006. Are you ready? Ready? Here we go. 2006. Here it is right there. March 8th. 33, 36, 39, 40, 41, 45, 49, 53, 57, 61, 65, 67, 72, 76, 79, 81, 89, 95, $1, 103, 106. Every single year, the profits got higher and higher and higher. Dividend kings. 5 decades of consistently increasing their profits. Dividend aristocrats. 25 years consistently increasing their profits. Dividend champions. 25 years increasing their profits. Yeah, there's a difference between the champions and the aristocrats. You can tell by the name. The aristocrats are a little snotty and a little bit more selective. Dividend contenders. 10 to 24 years increased profits. Anything on Warren Buffett's list, fine. If it's good enough for Warren, I'll take care of it. That's 350 different companies that are consistently profitable. QQQ is not consistently profitable. Hell, no, 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 no. Sorry, if it's not profitable, no thank you. 86, oh, that's a terrible thing to say, dude. Why would you even say that? ENR. What the hell is ENR? So let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. I'm going to do this only because I find it very disturbing. Okay? I don't do politics. Don't bring your politics here because I just don't want to hear it. Don't. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not even an independent. I think the government sucks from top to bottom. Siri. Joey wants to take a look at Siri. All right, Mr. Joey, what's Siri doing? SIRI. Oh, check it out. Now, I'm always want to look at the exact same things every time I look at a stock. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what is the flow of the money? Where is the money going? It's easy to see. Up, down, up, down. Simple, right? Okay, for the last 30 days. What looks like for the last 30 days. Because I want a good idea of where it's going to go next. Is it guaranteed? No, there's only 4 guarantees in life. Most of you know 2 of them, but there's 4. Here's your 30-day bottom, $24.75. 4 days later, here's the top. Now it's slowly dropping. But what happened on Friday as compared to today? Friday is a new bottom. Now she's going back up, $26.09. Okay, let's take a look at Siri. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. Siri at 26.71 to the 26.50s. There it is right there. 26 right there. Okay. 1 contract. Now, the reason I'm showing you only 1 contract, because I want you to get an idea of what one is going to cost. If it's going to cost me this much, I'm going to make this much profit. Well, great. Maybe I can do 4. Maybe I can do 73. Kimberly, I'm going to get to BYD in a minute. Okay? Siri, 22 May 26, which is this coming Friday. The $26 call option, 41 is the profit, 2,500 is the investment. What's the calculator telling me? It's telling me 41 divided by 25.59, grand total of 1.6. What's wrong with 1.6 for 1 week? Alex is here. Woohoo! We can get the party started now. Alex, we were waiting for you. Took you long enough to get here. But 1.6, I don't mind that at all. But do you like Siri? That's the big question. Okay, the question should be, do I like this company? Does it make sense to me? Did I already do this? Don't get old. First thing to go is your mind. Sucks. It's true. First thing to go is the old noodle. Let's see what we got. There it is right there. There it is. Siri. Siri. 22 May. 26 stock option. Call option. 41 is the profit. 2,500 is the investment for a 1.6. 1.6% for 1 week. That's it. So the question you should have in your head, number one, does it make sense? Number two, do I like this company? Every company I pull up, you're not going to like every single one. You have to decide. And you guys are the ones telling me what to look at. I have no problem looking at it. Here we go. 1.6. 1.6. Gotta love it. Next. What do we got? Kimberly Johnson & Johnson. Well, wait a second. D-Dub. Hey, D-Dub, you're back. I saw you before. You were here before. All right, so Kimberly Johnson & Johnson. I got a minor problem with Johnson & Johnson, Kimberly. They're over 140 years old. Great, wonderful. But they're so huge, they don't think that they need our money. So they don't give us very good premiums. But let's take a look. I'm always looking for the same thing. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. What am I looking at? Very first thing I always look at is the 1 year chart. And I'm looking for 5 things. It takes 2 to 4 seconds. Are you ready? High, low, was, is. That's it. 2 to 4 seconds. It doesn't need more attention to that at first. What am I looking for specifically? Well, besides the high of the year, the low of the year, where it is, where it's going, and what's the direction, besides that, I'm looking for the high of the year, the low of the year, compared to where we are right now. So the high's here, bottom's here, we're right there. We went up, came back, now we're going back up again. Great. Next, before I go deeper into the chart, I want to look at the numbers. Am I getting paid what I want? Now, I want 1%. All right. 228.92. The closest whole number to that is going to be the 229. There isn't one, but the 227.50s are going for 296. But I would be losing if I bought it at 229. I sell that one. Let's find out what it is. I don't think it's a 1% though. Let's find out. But before we do that, before we find out, I want to take a look at the last 30 days. Is it the right time to buy this? So the last 30 days would be the 17th or the 18th of the month. So this is the last 30 days. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, shot up, now she's pulling back. So this is going to be a no. Not that I don't like the company, because I do like Johnson & Johnson. It's been in business for 140 years. They get 5 decades of increased profits year after year. Anyway, CTAS premiums are not that great out of the money. NF wood turning. Let me take a quick look at that to address that question. That's a good question, but give me a second. So Johnson & Johnson, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, now it's back down again. So not this week. Maybe another week, but not this week. So NF wood turning, CTAS premiums are not that great. Okay. Okay, so at the money, 172.50, it's 280. That's well over 1%. One strike out of the money, 175 is going for 185. Okay, The 177.50s are going for 90, which is over 0.5%. 4 strikes out of the money is going for 30. Yeah, and it starts to drop. Okay, I have seen worse. Check this one out. Okay. At the money, 32. That's nice. 1 strike out of the money is 0.5%. 2 strikes out of the money is 0.1%. And then everything below that is 0. There's a lot of them that have good premiums and bad premiums, but you have to decide which one makes sense to you. Now, energy transfer, I don't do that anymore because the premiums aren't that good, especially once you get 3 strikes out of the money. Okay, all right, Mr. Falcon, glad you. D-Dub, ooh, I like Citigroup, I do. Sit tight for a second because Miss Kimberly was before you. And Miss Kimberly wants to take a look. Johnny Wright, what's happening? Miss Kimberly, wants to do BYD. I'm not sure if BYD is even on the U.S. stock market. No, it's not. BYD is Boyd Gaming. It's not what you're thinking. BYD, Boyd Gaming Corporation. It's one of Warren Buffett's picks. It's a monthly, and I don't do monthlies. Okay? What else do we got? Oh, what about Archer? Archer Aviation, ACHR. I actually have some. I do. But here's the thing. Look, she's dropping. Here's the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. The last 30 days. You missed your opportunity. Down, up. Now she's coming back down again. If you really like Archer, give it a little bit for it to find the bottom for it to turn around. Now, I do have some, so I'll be okay holding on to that one. Hambone, ORI. What the hell is that? No. Come on, dude. Rule number 4. Weekly options only. I don't do monthlies. They just don't pay the same. Gayut. What stock? That is ORI. It's a no. ORI. Okay. O-R-I. It's a no. No. Whelp Red Cat tanked. I have no idea what Whelp Red Cat tanked means. Chris Gardner, we just pulled up energy transfer and we already said no. Uh-oh. Be the walk. Pepsi. Gotta love Pepsi. Dividend king, over 100 years old, and 5 decades of increased profits. But tops here, she's dropping. If you like it, wait for the bottom. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put Pepsi on the list for next week. Not that it's a buy for next week. Hold on a second. Not that it's a buy for next week, but up, down. She's slowing down. Look at this. The bottom is slowing down. So my intuition told me 30-day top, 30-day bottom. She's going to turn around. So I'm going to put Pepsi on the list for next week because I don't think it's going to do anything this week. Altria. M-O. Gotta love Altria. Here we go. That's going to be a no. Only because, see that? It took me less than 2 seconds to say no to Altria. Now, Altria is also over 100 years old and also has 5 decades of increased profits. But why is it a no? Well, it's a no for this one right here. Look. 30-day bottom is 64. Shoots up and pulls back. Now look at this. It goes from 68 to 74. Now it's challenging that new 30-day high. How much higher can it go? Well, from 68 to 74 is $6. Okay, $6 on a $68 stock is about 10%. How much more can it go up? Can it really hit 75 by by Friday? Because right now we're at 74. The 74 is going for 62, not even 1%. So no. Doesn't even make the 1%. Sorry. Thank you, Kimberly. Oswald, I have no idea. I'm putting money on MST and MSTY. I feel bad for you, dude. I really, really do. Okay, so let's take a look at MST. MST. You really want to put money into MST. Okay. Well, MST goes all the way back to May 21st, 2025. So MST is what? 1 year old? So explain to me in a manner why you think putting money into a 1 year old company is a good idea. But let's take a look at the profits. 938, 742. Well, the first one just decreased it over 20%. Okay. Okay. Lower, higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower, higher. There's no consistency there whatsoever. All right, this is one you really got to explain to me. All right? Who said this one? Who said this? Uh-oh, I don't even know who the hell that is. Who said they're putting their money into MST and MSTR? Oh, right there. I can't even read that damn name. Old Willie, okay. Putting a number. All right. Why? Why? All right, hold on. Explain to me, anybody. It's open for all conversation. The very first dividend, May 21st, 2025, was 938. Okay, so if the very first dividend is 938, explain to me why the last dividend they just paid out was 32 cents. Explain to me, why is that a good thing? The first bit of profits is 938, now the profits are 32 cents. 938, now it's at 32. What on God's green earth tells you that the profit's decreasing as much as it's decreasing, why that's a good idea? I'm beyond words on that one. So I'm going to say no to MST. I'm also going to say no to MSTY. I already know that's a piece of crap, only because it's not consistently profitable. Mr. Green wants to do AT&T. All right, hold on a second. Okay. Tony, MOS dividend is the 2nd of June. Okay. I like Mosaic. I do. They've been around for a while. MOS. I said a MOS, a TER, a G with a double E. Not this week, brother. Sorry. Okay. She's dropping. Look at this. Dropping. The low. Now, the nice thing about Mosaic, MOS, is at the low of the year. You can't get any lower than that. You've heard it before. You want to make money in the stock market? Buy low, sell high. You cannot get any lower than the low of the year. There it is right there, the low of the year. Company's been around. They are, believe it or not, even though, look at this, they're dropping. But that's just the stock price. The corporation themselves has increased their profits for over 5 decades. Mosaic is a great company. Why is the stock price down? SPY, please. You're not going to like what I have to say about it. Okay, let's check it out. SPY is not profitable either. SPY. Here we go. There it is right there. State Street Spires 500 ETF Trust SPY. Great. Well, let's look at the profits. All the way back to 2006. Are you ready? 2006, right there. March 17th. 5.1. 5.1. Right there, 5.1. 5.5. Higher. Lower. Higher, lower. Higher. Lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower, higher, lower. Do you see the pattern? Not consistently profitable at all. Let's pull up another one. We did one. Let's do another one. Different one. Totally different. MSFT. Ooh, we know who this is. Who came up with this one? Katie. Katie, you ready for this? Microsoft. 20 years ago. Here it is. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83, 91. Each and every single dividend was higher, 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 year after year after year after year. I don't do companies that go up, down with their profits. Now, I don't care if the stock price goes up and down. I really don't care. I was talking to someone today, and I was trying to get him to understand that I don't really pay attention to the stock price itself. Now, I do pay attention to the direction the stock price is going, but I'm more concerned with the profitability of the corporation itself. Joe, first thing to go for me was my knees. Well, I'm glad my knees didn't go, Joe, because I still play soccer. I was playing the other day on Saturday. Still a little bit stiff. Because the older you get, the longer it takes to recuperate. So at 62 years old, it takes me about 2 to 3 days to recuperate after playing for an hour and a half. So I play a game for an hour and a half, and it takes me 2 to 3 days to recuperate. This just comes with age. I've been playing since I was, 8, 9 years old. I don't play as much as I used to, once or twice a week. All right, Mr. Green, T for Wednesday. T for 2. I don't understand any of this, and I made money. Jason, you don't understand it. You've made money, but you don't understand it. I'm kind of curious how you actually did that. What we're doing, Jason, specifically, is we're investing in companies that are consistently profitable. Now, we check once a week. But what about AT&T? We're going to take a look at AT&T right now. Okay, there's AT&T right there. What I'm looking at specifically are companies that are consistently profitable. Making more money this year than they did last year, and then consistently increasingly raising the bar. How much did you make last year? Good, we want to make more. Well, how much did you make this year? Well, next year we want to make more. Every single company wants to make more money this year than they did last year. I don't. Kimberly, I don't know what you said there. BYD has crazy upside with electric cars. Now, Kimberly, you're thinking of something different, because BYD is an American gaming company. Okay, so you might be thinking of the Chinese company that makes the Chinese electric cars. Well, I don't think they're traded on the U.S. stock market. Kimberly, I'm 63 and retired. I got it. Okay, nicely. Okay, Kimberly, we already looked at Johnson & Johnson. We'll take a look at Chevron in a minute. Just give me a second. BYD's upside, but they're not a dividend aristocrat. Okay, I get it. All right. Let's take a look at AT&T. So, as I was saying, I'm looking for companies that are consistently profitable. I check every week. As of this week, there's 11,143 companies. 11,143 companies to invest in. Take your pick. Which one do you want to put your money in? Because you have two opportunities, two choices. Do it yourself or give up accountability and let someone else do it for you. That's it. There is no third choice. Do it yourself, give up accountability, let someone else do it for you. That's it. There's not a third choice. Okay? So, Mr. Green, AT&T, huh? Well, we got the high right here. We got the low right there a year ago. today, look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's still dropping. Now, I like AT&T, but not this week. But I am going to put it on my list because I said it not even 5 minutes ago. You cannot get any lower than the low of the year. Right there, the low of the year. That's it today, right there. The low of the year is today. Now, tomorrow, it might go lower. It's a 50-50 shot. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. There's your guarantee. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. It's guaranteed to do one or the other because they don't do nothing. They go up, they go down. That's it. Up, down, that's it. Are you an option trader? Yes, I am. Alex, thank you for questioning, though. Okay, T for Wednesday. Look at this. Malaysia wants to take a look at Tractor Supply. TSCO. Hold on. I got to write AT&T down for next week because I'm pretty confident that they're going to find the bottom pretty soon. And when they do, I want to take advantage of it. Same thing here. Tractor Supply. The high, the low. Where was it? Where's it? What is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, right there. Look at that. Down. Bottom of the year a couple of days ago. We just said this for two other stocks. Well, Tractor Supply, hello. Here we are. Bottom of the year. Wednesday. Thursday was higher. Friday was higher. Today was higher. Bottom of the year right there last Wednesday. She dropped. Now she's bouncing up. 31.72. The 32 is going for 45. Hell yeah. Number 2. Here we go. Let's look at it. Tractor Supply. Get rid of this. 32 right there. Ooh, nice. Covered call. There you go. The 32's right there. One contract. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. I don't even know if you guys remember that song. Here it goes, right here. One covered call. Tractor Supply, TSCO. 22 May. That's this coming Friday. The 32 call option. Okay, the stock's at 31.86. I'm selling for 32. So I'm buying for 31.86. I'm selling for 32. Going to pick up $78. It's $3,100 per contract. Now this money I'm going to get back. Because see, once you buy the stock, low battery. Can't do a low battery. I have the plug here somewhere, but what the hell? Okay. 78 is the profit, 3,100 is the investment. Let's check it out. Calculator, if you please, regurgitate the number for us. 78 is the profit. We divide it by the investment. Anytime you want to find out your rate of return, what is your profit? 78 divided by the investment. How much money am I putting up? 31.22. Now, I'm going to get this money back because when I sell the stock, remember, I'm buying the stock right here with this. I'm using this as leverage to collect that, the premium. Okay? I'll do it this week. If it doesn't hit my target, I'll do it next week. If it doesn't hit my target, I'll do it the next week. If it doesn't hit my target, I'll do it over and over and over again until it hits my target. What's my target? 32. I'm buying it for 31.86, selling it for 32. So here's the thing. Do you like the company? The rules are very simple. Now, some of you may not know this, but I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter, 9 years old. One day she says to me, this was 2008, this was a couple of weeks ago, 2008. She jumped on my lap and said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? That's what she said. My 9-year-old daughter says, can you teach me? I wasn't quite ready for that question. I was ready to say no. Daddy, can you buy me a new dress? No. Daddy, can we get a puppy? Nope. I love saying no to the kids. If they want something, they have to earn it. They got to work for it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the bad. In the relation, in the marriage, I was the bad guy. Okay? Wait till your father gets home. Remember that? Wait till your father gets home. Ooh, they didn't like that. But someone has to be the disciplinarian. That was me. Anytime I had to discipline the boys, I'd tell the wife, I says, you got to leave. Because she couldn't stand the crying from the boys. Well, that's what children do when you punish them. Spank them in the butt. Ah, wow, wow. and she couldn't take it. Well, it's very challenging for a woman to allow a man to discipline their children because it's their children. Well, if you want a man, you need a man to raise a man. A woman cannot raise a man. A woman can raise a woman, but a woman cannot raise a man. You can raise a male, but you can't raise a man. Anyway, don't get me started on that one. That's another one of those topics where you really don't want to. No. Anyway, let's do this. 78 is the profit. 31.22 is the investment. Uh-oh. My battery's dying. I need to plug in. Need to plug in. Here it is. Oh. That's what happens when you travel around a lot. Your computer system gets yanked and moved and all that kind of crap. Oh, I'm having another issue too. See, here, all right, let's do this. Let's not go into my issues with my life. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so 78 is the profit right there. Max profit 78. How much is it costing me? 31.22. Now I'm going to get that 31.22 back. Doc, I think sometimes that my mind is the first thing. The first thing to go? Yeah, it is, usually. The mind is the first thing to go. And I'm 61, and I noticed the signs, I think last year, the year before. Sorry, yeah, hey, it is what it is. It's not going to say sharp and diligent my whole life. Okay, so we're going to divide this by 31.22. 31.22, and become the grand total of 2.5%. Now, weren't we talking about investing for 1% every single week? So, Tractor Supply is offering me 2.5% for 1 week. So here's the conundrum. Do I like Tractor Supply? Do I think Tractor Supply is a good place for me to put my money? Well, that's a question you have to ask yourself. The numbers are what the numbers are. You really can't argue with them because numbers don't lie. It is what it is. Okay? It's right here. Here's the volume. Here's the high, the low, the open, the close. Okay? This is what the premium is for that option. It's $78 for this option here, and this is the investment. You do it 2.5%. It either makes sense or it doesn't. You either like the company or you don't. Do your research. Do you like it? Okay, Be the Walk. We'll take a look at ADP in a second. I saw that Suncor SU. We'll take a look at that one also. I think we looked at Suncor yesterday, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. But 2.5. I like 2.5. 2.5 actually works better for me than 1% does. I know, isn't that weird? 2.5% is better than 1%. Well, of course it is. Of course it is. There it is right there. Tractor Supply, TSCO, 22 May 26. That's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The 32 call option. Check a look at this right here. Whoa, look. The current price, $31.86. And I'm going to sell it for $32. Then I'm going to pick up $78 for the rest of the option. $3,100 is what I got to put up for a 2.5% for 4 days. So, hell yeah, I like that one. 2.5%. 2.5. Yay! Uh-oh, we got 2 more to go. We got 3. We need 2 more. 5 a day. Keeps the doctor away. Dr. Corey. Hold on a second, Doc. We'll take a look at that in a minute. All right. Oh, how did I miss these? 2SCO. Got that one. Got that one. Cloudy Water. IBM. Johnny Wright. Just watching as you told your strategy, I do have to say that's a pretty smart way. Thank you there, Johnny. So Salt wants to take a look at Riley. RILY. Whoops, I got to spell it right first. R-I-L-Y. There we go. I'm going to say no to Riley. Now, it took me less than 2 seconds to say no to Riley. Why? Well, I don't buy anything at the high. There it is right there. It's at the 30-day high. No, thank you. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Riley. I used to buy a lot of it. Kent, MSOS. Never heard of it. MSOS. What is that? Advisor shares TR Pure US Cannabis. No. Now, not for any other reason other than the fact I have no idea who they are, no idea what they do. But take a look at this. 0, 0, 0. That means if you're wrong, you're getting 0, 0, 0. Yeah, the premiums are horrible. Can't help you out with that. KJ! Uh-oh. Good call on Lockheed Martin this morning. LMT. Okay, KJ, you know it was not a tip. It was an observation. Okay? KJ, don't get me in trouble, dude. It was an observation. Okay? I showed it to you. You liked it. You made your decision. I bought some too, so, you know, it is what it is. Correct. Okay, so, yeah, we did find this one this morning. 528, Lockheed Martin. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Now, we saw this morning because Lockheed Martin's got their dividend coming up in a couple of weeks. Well, look at this. 30-day high, drops like a rock. Now she's going up. Very slowly, by the way. Look at this. Very slowly going up. The 528's right there, paying 510, over 1%. Great. Well, we did it this morning. I'm not going to pull it up. We'll pull up something else. All right, back over here. All right. Kimberly, we looked at Johnson & Johnson. We looked at, what are the profit margins? All the women are upset with you now. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You can argue all, okay, Corey B., you can argue all you want. I will never, ever, 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 ever know what it's like to be a woman. So how could I possibly raise my daughter to be a woman? I can't. I leave that to the wife to do. Now, on the flip side, my wife will never, ever, 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 none of you women will ever know what it's like to be a man. So how can you raise a man? You can't. Women cannot raise men. Men cannot raise a woman. You can't do it. Now, you can guide them the best you possibly can, but you'll never be able to tell a little girl what it's like to be a woman. Can't do it. Sorry. It's just like women. You cannot tell a man or a little boy what it's like to be a man. You just can't do it. And I really don't care if the women are all upset with me now. I don't. Facts are facts. Water is wet. The sky is up. The ground is left, right. Facts are facts. Okay? Can't help you out if you're unhappy with that. What are the profit margins? I'm not quite sure you understood what I said earlier. I'm investing for weekly cash flow. My intent is 1% every single week. So 1% every single week by the end of the year, that's over 50% by the end of the year. So what's my profit margin? My profit margin is 1% consistently every single week. KHC. I'm going to say no to KHC only because it's another one of those huge corporations that, number one, up, down, it's coming down. That's number one. Number two, 2350 is paying 11 cents, which is less than 1%. The bigger the company is, the older the company is, the more established it is, the less they want to give us in premiums. All right? This female could care less. Here to learn. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want to talk about religion. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about anything but investing. I agree with you 100%. Thank you. All right, so Brett, AMRC. What is AMRC? Oh, wait a second. Matthew was before you. Matthew wants to take a look at NOW. Ooh, Interesting. Now, I have no idea who this company is. It's not on my list. But look at this. Here's the top, drops. Now she's jumping up. It looks great there. It does. But you need to ask yourself the question, do I know who this company is? Do I know what they do? Are they consistently profitable? Well, let's check out. Are they consistently profitable? Only way to find out is actually to go take a look at the data stream. The data stream, whatever you want to call it, data repository, informational data, whatever you want to call it, but what it is, oh, it's a no, because it has no dividends. Sorry, it's historical facts. What was the stock's opening price yesterday? What was the stock's opening price 5 years ago? The historical fact, they call it the data stream. That's where all the data is stored. So you go back there and take a look. Are they consistently profitable? Well, I don't know. It has no dividends. So you actually want me to take a look. Let's take a look at the summary. What's the summary telling me? All right, so the summary is telling me market cap is 106 billion. Okay. They got a 1 year target at 143. Okay, that's good. They have earnings per share at 183. So they're actually making money because they got positive earnings. Okay, that works. The average volume, 22 million. The volume today was 50 million. Okay, it doesn't really tell me everything I want to know, but it does tell me it is profitable and they are looking to make more money. That's about all it tells me. But it has no dividends, so I'm not going to invest in it. Papa Smurf, back again. I see you. Brett, AMRC. Brett, what is AMRC? AMRC. Okay. Amoresco. Profitable, no dividends. Why are we looking at companies with no dividends? Brett, you do know the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. AMRC has no dividends, so why are we looking at it? I don't know. Well, let's take a gander. So back to now, okay? Look at your last 30 days. 30 days ago, we dropped, shot up, back down. Here you go right there, bottom, 1, 2 days up. But look, now it's at a 30-day high. So, no. AMRC. Nope. That was quick. I dropped my pen, came back up, and it was still a no. I don't do monthly options. Okay, who came up? Brett. The reason I don't do monthly options, let me see if I can get it to you really quickly. Number one, the numbers just don't work. That's number one. Number two, I can only do a monthly option once a month. Hence the name monthly option. Now, rule number 4, I got 5 simple rules. Rule number 4 is weekly options only. Because I want weekly cash flow. I don't want monthly cash flow, weekly cash flow. Okay, Be the Walk. We looked at tractor supply. ADP. What is it? Automatic data purchase. Oh, nice. Look at that one. High, low. Now she's going back up again. That's simple. It shouldn't be difficult whatsoever. It was created for a 9-year-old, so it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for my 9-year-old daughter to lose. Let me say it again. 9-year-old little girl wants to learn how to invest in the stock market. So as a good dad, I came up with a strategy. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's what it was. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. So I came up with 5 rules. Now, rules are simple when you're 9 because you do what you're told because you're 9. Okay, rule number 1, if it's not on your list, don't even bother looking at it. Never buy something that's not on your list. For my 9-year-old, never buy something that's not, you can repeat it with me, never buy something that's not on your list. So the list is Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. That's 350 different companies. It was a simple list. That was it. If it's not on your list, it's a no. That's simple. It's a no. If it's not on your list, no thank you. Okay. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. If you paid attention to rule number 1, rule number 2 wouldn't even be, it's 58. How many Dividend Kings? 58. Rule number 2, if you paid attention to rule number 1, wouldn't even be consideration. Buy something, you hold it until you're ready to sell it. That's it. You never, ever sell at a loss. That's rule number 2. Rule number 3, this one boggles my mind because people always ask me every day to contradict it. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. How many did we look at tonight? It was a hell no because it's not profitable. Rule number 4, weekly options only. Rule number 5, make sure all the numbers work. What am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? Is it more than 1%? It's a yes or a no question. It's yes or it's a no. That's it. Okay, how many Dividend Kings already did that one? Salt. Hey, James from Argentina. Messi and Maradona. Woohoo! We love soccer. Hey, I still play soccer and I'm 62. Granted, I'm not the oldest guy out there. Believe it or not, I'm not. The oldest guy I ever played with was 84 years old, and he was still out there running around. You believe that shit? Threw on his boots, and he's still out there at 84. It's like, holy shit. He's from Argentina. So, you know, they're different there. Okay, there's another guy. He's just a little bit older from, I think he's 66, and he still plays. Anyway, how many Dividend Kings already did that? All right, you got that one. Harden, STZ. Okay. Could you take a detailed look at Intuit? INTU. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, we'll take a look at Intuit and Hershey's in a little minute. I love Hershey's. Hershey goes up in the beginning of the year, every year. Beginning of February, always goes up. Rob, I stuck with a bunch of Tractor Supply after you recommended it last month. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, Rob, Corey, Casey. I don't recommend anything. I've never, ever, ever, ever recommended anything other than practicing before you buy anything. That's the only recommendation I ever came up with. Never listen to a guy on YouTube. You're on TikTok. That's a different story. So no, I did not recommend Tractor Supply. I don't recommend anything. I make observations. Someone asked about ADP, fine. I'll put it up there. I will read the numbers. Okay, that's what the number is. 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 This is what the thing's doing. I will point out things, but I don't make recommendations. Okay? I don't ever tell anyone to buy anything. I always tell people, do your own research. Number 1, does it make sense? I say that every night. Number 2, do you like this company? Number 3, do you like this company at this current price? Okay? People hear what they want to hear. I did not make recommendations. Okay? I make like observations. Observations are easy. Can you go over that again? Can I go over what again? How much money did you start off with when you got into it? I started off in the 1990s with $12,500. I got second mortgage on my house. My wife was pissed. I spent about a week on the couch. All right, hold up. All right. So ADP. I'm going to say no because I don't buy at the 30-day high. 30-day bottom was right here, 187. Now it's at 222. Great. If you like it, great. I don't buy at the high. So for me, it's a no. For me. But if you like it, hey, it's got a long way to go up. Take a look at the year. Okay? The high of the year is right there, 330. The low of the year is right there. Look at all that space to challenge that the high of the year. Harden, STZ. STZ. Constellation. Ooh, now this looks interesting. Again, not a tip, just an observation. What am I observing? The high was last year. The low was in November. Where was it last year? Where is it now? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up. So now, find the new bottom right there. Now she's going up. 47.58. The 48's going for 150. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Because the numbers look right. It's not a suggestion. It's not a recommendation. It's an observation. I'm observing that this is the ticker symbol. This is the current price. Here's the bid. Here's the ask. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's the open. Here's the close. Here is the motion. That's all I'm doing. I'm pointing out numbers and I'm pointing out observations. Okay, so last 30 days. Take a look. 30-day high, 168, drops down to 138. You get 1, 2, 3. Wednesday's the bottom, right there. Wednesday's the bottom. Thursday's 1 day up. Friday's 2 days up. And Monday, today, is the third day to the upside from the bottom right there. It's just an observation. But that's what I like. I like 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing up on a company that I like. That's it. Number one, do you like the company? Number two, number one is, does it make sense? Number two is, do you like the company? Number three is, do you like the company at this current price? Okay, there's a lot more that goes along with it, but it's all a choice that you have got to make. I can make the observations. I can show you the mathematical equations, but that's about it. That's where it stops. You have to make the final decision. Okay, so STZ. Let's do this one because it just looks good. Okay, we're currently at 147. Let's do the 148s. 1. There we go. And this is what the numbers sound like. This is what it looks like. One covered call, STZ, 22 May 26. That's this coming Friday. The 148s, 234, 14.5. Let's see what that number looks like. What rate of return is that? Profit. Again, max profit on this particular trade, 234. 234. And we divide it by the investment for this particular trade, 14,566. 14,566 comes to a grand total of 1.6% for 1 week. If you like this company. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, thank you very much, Tommy. Yeah, you know better. He doesn't give, I don't make recommendations. I make observations, and then I tell you, does it make sense? You have to figure that out. Kevin! What's happening, Kevin? How you doing? Nice to stop by, Kevin. Okay, so 1.6. I like 1.6. 1.6 looks lovely to me. But do you like Constellation brand? You either like the company or you don't like the company. We're going to take a look at Comcast in a minute. I like Comcast. I mean, think about it. What do? They don't do anything. They take a movie, put it online, and boom, there you go. 64 million people pay them every single month. Well, that's the last time I checked, 64 million. STZ, 22 May. That's this coming Friday, 4 days away. 148, 234 is the current profit. Profit right there, 234. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, 14,566, and that comes to 1.6% for 1 week. Uh-oh, we got one more to go. 1.6. We got 5 every day. We got 4. We got one more to go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, Saturn CCMI. Yeah, okay, dude, you got to tell me, go over what again? Okay, I've been online for almost 2 hours. You want me to go over all of it again? Farmer Dan wants to take a look at T-Mobile. TMUS. Well, first I get rid of this. Get rid of that. Go back to this. Go back to that. And T-Mobile. TMUS. I can't say yes and I can't say no to it. Okay? Hold on. Hold on, Farmer Dan. Check this out. You ready? Okay, get the high of the year back in August. The bottom of the year was in January. Last year, a year ago, We're at 245, drops, back up, back down, back up, back down. What's going on there? It doesn't look that happy right there. So I'm going to say no to T-Mobile for this week. Simone wants to take a look at Comcast. CMCSA. Ooh, check this out. This is the fourth, or is it the fifth? Fourth or fifth company we found. Oh, it's not the bottom of the year. Sorry. Bottom of the year is there. But look at this. She drops. Now she's getting ready to turn around. If you like Comcast. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down. What's going on there? The last 30 days gives me a good idea of what can I expect next. Well, take a look. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Now it looks like it's in a new channel. So it doesn't say whether it's going up or down. It just looks like it's going in a new channel. So I may have to put that one on hold. Casablanca Sweets, how are you? Uh-oh, Kay wants to take a look at Micron. M-U, Micron, hell no. Take a look. Micron hit the high of the year last week. Now it's dropping. So, no, I don't try grabbing something that's dropping. It just doesn't make sense. Brittany, thank you, Brittany. LBZ, hello. Alvin, Pro King Services. LBZ, do you know G? Uh-oh. Mike S., what's going on? Clarence, CLX. Why did I pass up IBM? Uh-oh. Sorry, IBM. Ooh, take a look at that. This will make number 4, bouncing off the bottom of the year. Look at that right there. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up, bouncing off the bottom of the year. Let's zoom into that one. Okay, take a look. Down, up, down. Now she's going up. Okay, Wednesday was the bottom. Thursday's higher, Friday's higher, Monday's higher. Bottom of the year, right there. Buy low, sell high. It's not a recommendation, it's an observation. The bottom of the year was 4 days ago. Okay, where's it going to go? Well, the funny thing is, when you're at the bottom of the year, there's only one way to go, and that's up. But it could turn around and go back down. Could. But it's got 3 days to the upside. That makes sense to me. And it's at 222.75. So the 222.50 is 370. Here it is. Number 5 for the day. All those numbers look good. All righty. 222.50. There it is. One contract. Here we go. One contract. One covered call, IBM, 22 May 26. That's this coming Friday. The 222.50s, 355, 21,000 is the investment. What's the rate of return? Now, I'm looking for 1%. And everything we found so far tonight is more than 1%. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Imagine that. Now, we are going to look at what you wanted to look at. I haven't forgotten about you. Hold on. Okay. 355 is the profit. We divide it, okay? Max profit, 355, right there. Okay, cost of trade, including commissions and fees, 21,895. 21,895 comes to a grand total of 1.6%. Okay. I'm going to share something in a second. You guys say, oh, that's good. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to share knowledge. We're here to learn. It's okay, great. Hold on, and there it is. There it is. IBM, number 5 for the evening. One covered call, IBM. 22 May 26th, that's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The 222.50 call option, 355 is the profit, 21 is the investment for a 1.6. 1.6% for 1 week. 4 days, 1.6%, if it makes sense. All right. right, so what do we have tonight? We have, are you ready? Are you ready for this? IBM. STZ. Tractor Supply, TSCO. Siri, SIRI. And CTAS, CTAS. That's it for tonight. Woohoo! That's all 5. Okay, so let's look at what else you guys have. All right, what else do we got? Mickey D's. What are your 3 you caught today? Are they still call? Asa, I have no idea what that means, but I appreciate that. Okay, so down here, over on YouTube, we have input on YouTube. You want to take a look at, hold on, I'm almost there. Here we go. Okay. Hershey's. Dilcar. Dilcar wants to take a look at Hershey. HSY. Hershey. Ooh, interesting. High of the year back in March. The low of the year last May. She shoots up, pulls back up, back down. Not so good. Take a look. Okay? She dropped. Here's the bottom. Shot up. There's the top. Now she's dropping again. No. Sorry. All right. What other questions do we have? Okay. Dilcar wants to take a look at Intuit. INTU. Ooh, nice. I like this one. Check this one out. The high of the year. Drop. Here's the bottom. Back up, back down, back up. Look at that right there. What's happening now? Now, the last 30 days, what do you think? Up, down, up, down, up. There's your 3 days right there. 403, the 402.50 is going for 17. That's over 4%, if that makes sense to you. Intuit's over 4%, if it makes sense to you. I'm not going to go into it any deeper. Yeah, we just looked at that one. Wait, are you a stock channel? Yes, Rat Dog, I am. Golden channel. Thank you. I found this game that tracks the stock market. You can spend fake money without the risk, but allows you the stock market. Yeah, I got it. I've noticed VOO usually has the greatest returns. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Rat Dog, but VOO does not. Let me go and take a look at something for you, just for the fun of it. Okay? VOO, number 1, right there. VOO, there it is. Okay, Vanguard ETF, VOO. All right, now we want to take a look at, okay, Rat Dog, what I want to look at, Rat Dog, is the historical data, the historical performance. You think VOO is good? Hold tight. Hold tight for a minute. Historical data, there it goes, right here. Okay, VOO, here it is, historical data. The opening of the day, the high of the day, the low, the close, the adjustment, and the volume. Every single day since its beginning. Okay, now I don't want to look at all that because I could really care less. My main concern is the profitability of the company. Now, if you didn't know, profitability means how much profits are they making year after year after year. I mean, that's the main reason getting into business in the first place, to make more money this year than he did last year. I mean, we're all doing the same thing. We want to make more money this year than we did last year. Other than that, it's pointless. So I want to look at the dividends only, because the dividends are a portion of the company's profits that they give back to us. That's what I want. I want more profits. So is VOO really that good? Hold on. Let's find out. Okay. Dividends only. Right there, dividends only. And then I want to look at all, the maximum amount, every single one that it has. And the major issue that I have with VOO, are you ready? Here it is right here. VOO only 16 years old. 16 years, that's it. Now, that might be okay for some of you. All right, let's give it a break. Let's give it a pass. But is it consistently profitable? Let's find out. Are you ready? Very first dividend, 55. The second one, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, 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 lower, higher. Hold on. It's gone down 3 times, and we're only in 3 years. Hold on. Oops, this way. Lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher. Do you see it's not consistently profitable? It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes. It's profits. Profits are going up, profits are going down. Why would you buy something that's not consistently profitable? Hold on. 18. Okay, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher. Hell no. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Hold on, I got another one. I showed you 2 already. Let's show you a third one. Third one. Ooh. Let's see if this one works. Probably shouldn't use this one. Probably shouldn't be using this one, but let's try it anyway. All right, all the way back to 2006. Here we go. 57, 58, 58 and a half, 59, 60, 61 and a half, 63, 65, 67, 69, 71, 74, 76 and a half, 77 and a half, 79, 81, 83, 85, 88. Did you notice every single entry was higher and higher and higher and higher and higher? VOO is not consistently profitable. You can invest in it all you want. I don't tell people what to buy. I don't tell people what to sell. And I definitely don't make recommendations. But what I don't do is definitely do not invest in a company that's not consistently profitable. Got the Dividend Kings, 5 decades of increased profits. Dividend Aristocrats, 25. Dividend Champions, 25. Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24. What is it? MAGA Patriot. Oh, okay. Can you, at the end, put list? Gayut, how are you today? Roxanne, Amazon, AMZN. Now, I don't do AMZN either because they don't have dividends. But we'll take a look at it for you. AMZN, Amazon. Ooh, that's interesting. Take a look. The high of the year, the low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Don't look that good at the moment, does it? She went up. Now she came back down again. Sorry. Okay, MAGA Patriot. We already looked at now. Home. Is Home actually a company? No, it's not. All right, keep on going. Big Marta, what's happening? Any stocks you can recommend $10 and under? Okay, number 1, Big Marty, I don't make recommendations. Sorry, I just don't. Benjari wants to take a look at Home Depot. HD, Home Depot. Hell, ooh, another one. Check this out. Check it out. Bottom of the year, yesterday. This is what, number 5 we found? Bottom of the year was yesterday. Drop. And it's going back up again. Okay, Home Depot. If you like it, of course. We got 9 minutes left. I'm not going to be able to get to all these. Do I like tiny hat people? I have no, what the hell? I've noticed VO, nope. A good TYR. Okay, do I like tiny hat people? No idea what that means. Death Spawn. What's a good ETF for starters, and what would be good, in your opinion, to invest in slowly? Surely. Thank you. Okay, Death Spawn, thank you very much. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, dude. You're in the wrong place. I don't do that. Okay? I don't look for long-term anything. Long term to me is 30 days. 30 days, long term for me. Okay? I invest for weekly cash flow, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes a day. So if you don't have 5 or 10 minutes a day to take care of your money, well, then you just give it to someone else to do it for you. Xander. Wow, man, I know I just got here, but you're so smart, and I hope to learn more from you. Keep going. Okay, Xander, I'm here every night, dude. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and yeah, that's one way to play to my ego, because I do have, I do. I admit it. I have an ego problem. Okay, CMG. Wait a minute, isn't CMG Chipotle? I'm just curious. CMG. It is Chipotle. No dividends, but look, she's bouncing off the bottom. So you need to ask yourself the question. The high of the year, the bottom of the year is right there. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so right there, the last 30 days looks pretty good if you like Chipotle. So let's take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, now anybody could take a look and say, all right, this is what it looks like. It went up, it came down, now it's going up again. That's easy to see. That's the beauty of the simplicity of the system. It was created for a 9-year-old. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Now remember I told you that? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. Let me show you something. Currently at 33.75, the closest one's going to be the 33.50. 33.50 right there. There it is. Okay, confirm and send. All right, so this right here. Remember the part where I said simple, safe, predictable, consistent? Do you remember that part? Well, the simplest strategy is just buying the stock. But just buying the stock has a huge flaw. And do you know what the flaw is? You have to wait and wait and wait and wait for the stock to move. You have to wait. That's it. That's the major problem I find with just buying stocks. You got to wait for it to move. So take a look at the covered call. You buy the stock, sell the option all at once. Buy the stock 2 seconds later. 2 seconds, 1 second, 3 seconds, whatever. But immediately after you buy the stock, you sell the option. You buy it, you sell it immediately. And you know exactly what your profit is. Take a look. Current price is $33.75. A covered call is basically buy the stock, sell the option, collect your profits, and then wait till Friday. Well, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not is totally irrelevant. Isn't that weird? Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not. What I'm about to say in the next couple seconds is irrelevant. Okay? This trade right here, buy the stock, sell the option, collect the profits. So, Friday is coming whether you like it or not. That's it. You have no choice in the matter. Whether you agree with it, whether you disagree with it, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it's irrelevant. Friday is coming whether you like it or not. So today's Tuesday. Today's Monday, but I'm saying it's Tuesday because the next time I can trade is tomorrow morning, which is Tuesday. So this is for Tuesday. So if I buy this first thing in the morning, sell some of the rights to buy it from me for the exact same price I just paid for it, I'm going to collect this profit, and by Friday, they're either going to buy it from me or I'm going to get all my money back and I get to keep that. Whatever profit that is, that's mine. So whether you like it or not, Friday is coming. So whether you take your money and put it to work, it's your decision. You don't have to do anything. Okay? The only thing you have to do is die. That's it. You don't have to eat if you don't want to, but it's a choice. But what choices you don't have is dying, because we're all going to die eventually, and Friday is going to come whether you like it or not. So I take some of my money and buy this, collect that profit, do this, and I just wait for Friday to come. That's it. Because Friday's coming whether I like it or not. There's a story this little lady says one day, I want to go back to college, become a doctor. She's 78 years old. And the guidance counselor says, you're 78. You realize it's going to take you 7 years to become a doctor. You'll be 85. The lady says, well, in 7 years, I'm going to be 85 anyway. Same scenario. Friday's coming, so why not take advantage of something that's simple, safe, predictable, and easy to do for your money? Most people spend more time planning a barbecue than they do on their personal finances. It's a sad situation. They pay more attention to the dog and the cat than they do with their finances. And their finances will directly dictate, whether you like that or not, but it's true. Your finances will directly dictate what your retirement's going to look like. You get a choice. You have a lot of money, you can do whatever you want. You don't have enough money, well, then you have to make choices. All right. Where are we? We got 3 minutes left. See how many questions I can get through. Jay, what's happening, Jay? All right, what do we have? All right, done there. We got these two over here. What else we got? Okay, we're looking at Home Depot. Johnny writes, just watching as I was, you told your strategy. I do have to say it's pretty smart way. Thank you there, Johnny boy. Do not do BYD, do BDM, IBM. All right, we already did IBM. Siri is okay, you got it. It is. Siri is a Warren Buffett stock. Yeah, he's right. Johnny Wright, Mickey D's, MCD. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. We don't really have time to look at Mickey D's, but I'll pull it up real quick. MCD. Here we go. Ooh! Oh, this is it. Number 6. 6. Bottom of the year. Right there. The high and the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at it. Down, up. Down, up. Right there. That's number 6 for this week. For today. Bottom of the year. Bouncing up. Berkshire's buying Macy's is unreal. The place is always empty. Okay. And top of that delta, Hercules, don't know. Kimberly, no, I do not. Kimberly, I have no idea what that means. Why you ignore me? PLTR, hell no. Damn the man. I'm going to say hell no to PLTR. No Okay. All right. You want to take a look? Fine. Let's take a look. PLTR. Okay, Dan the man, are you ready? Here it comes. PLTR right there. Okay? There are no dividends in the selected time period. So, Dan, I got a simple question for you. Okay? If Dividend Stock Talk is the name of the channel with the subtitle Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow, well, both of those have the word dividend in it. What doesn't have dividend? PLTR. So why the hell are we looking at it? Just curious. Wait a second. Let's check out the summary for a second with PLTR. Summary. Come on. It's 11 o'clock. It's time to go. So I'm going to see if I can go through this really quickly. Why is that so damn slow? Okay. No, I don't. Johnny says, good, thank you. I want IBM. We already looked at IBM. MST is awful. Yep, I would agree with you. Oh, God, I am out. Sorry, Kimberly. Also, I raised 3 sons alone, so I completely disagree and out again. Okay, Kimberly, I can guarantee with 100% certainty as a mother, you know absolutely nothing about what it's like to be a man. Now, you know how you'd like your sons to treat a woman. That's understandable. Okay? But you don't know what it's like to be a man. So how can you raise a man if you're not a man? It's like, how can I raise a daughter if I have no idea what it's like to be a girl? Anyway, I know women don't like that, but it is what it is. Gene Ticks. Tano. Tano. All right, hold on a second. Tano. Has no options. That's going to be a no. Sorry. Bobby. Hey, Bobby, back again. Yep, I'm just getting ready to leave, though. Yep, I see that. Corey the Black Lion. How you doing, Corey the Black Lion? Jim, you bought some Chevron today. Okay, CVX. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. You ready? Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Okay, great. But how far is it going to go up before they start taking profits again? 180 to 196 is 16 bucks. Now, 16 bucks is only like 8%. That's about it. Can I move the camera just a bit? Oh, wrong way. Right. There we go. Okay. We have 5 stocks every week. No, 5 stocks every night. All right. Can you move the camera a bit? Yep, just did that. I'm game. All right. I think I'm done, though. We're past 11. I think I answered each and every single question. I did. No more questions. Oh, there we go, right there. ULTY. B-man, did you even look at the numbers for ULTY? Seriously. ULTY. Okay, there it is right there. ETF. Historical data. Hold on. Historical data. Guyute, we already looked at, and Mickey D's. Okay, dividends only. All the dividends, every single one. Okay, so I got a minor problem with ULTY. Okay, the issue I have with ULTY is March 2024. I mean, this thing is a year and a half old. That's it, a year and a half. Very first dividend was 10 bucks. We've seen this before. Let's see if it happens again. You ready? First dividend, $10.65. That's it, $10.65. All right. So what is the most recent dividend? So explain to me in a manner, B-man, if the first dividend is $10, why is the last dividend they paid out 40 cents? If the profits when they started was $10 a share, why is it 40 cents a share? Just a question. Okay? So, no. There's no possible way that the first dividend being $10.65 and the newest dividend being 40 cents that they're consistently profitable. So, yeah, no thank you. Thank you there, Bobby. All right, so that being said, we're past 11 o'clock. We're going to call it a day. Okay, just going to call it a day. Going to call it a day. So you know what that means? We need some mood music. And that means, oops. There we go.
In stars, then dive into the deep, fixing the world.
That's it. We're going to catch you guys again tomorrow night, same time. Could you list all the stocks? Guyute, you ready?
Building your legacy through love and brain. Julie knows that fire in yours.
IBM.
The kind that lifts the broken.
FTZ.
James, you reach the skies, no one dares. In your hands, the future's cards.
Tractor Supply. Series. That's it. Have a great night, everyone. See you again tomorrow.
Retired, you say, with a wink and a grin.
Have a great night, everyone. See you again tomorrow.
Pulling us in. Your compass is love, with your kids as your guide. Shining seas wide, with vision and pride. Julie's here, who adores your
What's your question there, Mr. Dan? You got a hard question. I'd like to hear it.
lights up the door.
Dan, I got a question specifically for you. I guess the moderator won't let the harder question go through. Well, what do you got? What's the question you got? Let's hear it. You got like 30 seconds to blurt out the question before I'm done for the day. Mr. Dan, hello, hello. All right, I guess he's gone. I guess the question wasn't that important. No? No, 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 no? All right, fine. Fine. Guys, have a great night. We'll do this all over again tomorrow.